Today is Friday, October 11th. Good morning from the Civic Media News Desk. I'm Joanne Krulotz. A new report shows Wisconsin is seeing dam failures more frequently, in another sign that the state is seeing stronger storms. The Wisconsin Policy Forum released findings yesterday that show Wisconsin recorded 34 dam failures from 2000 through 2023, which was the second highest total for that period behind only South Carolina. The report says 28 of the 34 failures have happened since the beginning of 2018. More than half, 18 failures, have happened since the start of 2020. None of the dam failures resulted in loss of life. The Iowa County Health Department is reminding people to protect themselves from mosquito bites now that a horse in Iowa County has tested positive for West Nile virus. The presence of a horse with West Nile virus confirms that there are mosquitoes in the area infected with West Nile virus that can transmit the virus to people and other animals. Previous West Nile virus infections in people, mosquitoes, and animals have already been reported in other parts of the state this year. West Nile virus is transmitted to humans, horses, birds, and other animals through the bite of an infected mosquito. Mosquitoes acquire West Nile virus by feeding on infected birds. The virus is not spread from person to person, animal to animal, or animal to person. Most people who are infected with the virus do not get sick. Those who do become ill usually experience mild symptoms such as fever, headache, muscle ache, rash, and fatigue. However, some people, about 1%, who become infected with the virus get seriously ill with symptoms that include high fever, muscle weakness, stiff neck, disorientation, mental confusion, tremors, confusion, paralysis, and coma. Older adults and those with compromised immune systems are at greater risk of developing severe illness that can be fatal. It is important that people contact a healthcare provider if they suspect they have West Nile virus illness. Governor Tony Evers has appointed Craig Rukoff as Grant County Sheriff. The appointment fills a vacancy created by Sheriff Nate Dreckman's resignation. Rukoff will complete the remainder of the unexpired term that ends January 2027. Rukoff is currently the jail administrator for the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Previously, he served as a jailer, deputy sheriff, detective, patrol sergeant, and detective sergeant for the Grant County Sheriff's Office, dedicating his entire law enforcement career to Grant County. Rukoff currently resides in Lancaster with his family. He earned an associate degree in police science technology from Western Technical College in La Crosse and is a graduate of the Wisconsin Law Enforcement Command College. U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin received the American Farm Bureau Federation's Friend of Farm Bureau Award, recognizing her steadfast commitment to Wisconsin farmers and rural communities. AFBF gives the award to members of Congress who were nominated by their respective state farm bureaus and approved by the AFBF Board of Directors. Senator Baldwin was given the award based on her legislative efforts to support Wisconsin's farm families and agriculture economy. Senator Baldwin has introduced several pieces of legislation backed by the Wisconsin Farm Bureau, including the Farmland Security Act, Protecting Future Farmland Act, Dairy Business Innovation Act, Meat Business Innovation Act, and the Dairy Pride Act. Wisconsin motorists can support the Sandhill crane and the endangered whooping crane with a new license plate from the Department of Transportation. Ryan Michalesco with the International Crane Foundation in Baraboo said the new specialty plates will be a great opportunity to ensure people have the opportunity to learn more about cranes, in addition to providing support for the work the foundation has been doing in Wisconsin for the last 50 years. The foundation will receive a tax-deductible donation of $25 for each plate and subsequent annual registration. That funding will support two key projects: continued efforts to reintroduce the whooping crane and resolution of crop damage caused by sandhill cranes. The donation is in addition to the regular registration fees and one-time $15 issuance fee. You can order plates online. The 102nd Ithaca School Fair and Homecoming will be held tomorrow. Students and residents alike are able to show off their entries. Melissa Sprecher is the Agriculture and Education Instructor and FFA Advisor at the Ithaca School District.
There's a few places where only the juniors, we call it the junior show, which is kids that go to school there. So 4K through high school. And that's the livestock is basically, we just have those entries. But for all the things in the gym, so everything from cooking, canning, scrapbooking, sewing, Legos, woodworking, vegetables, farm crops, all of that is open to our area too. So the people who have graduated or people from the area can enter. And we encourage that. We love to have that gym just full of things.
Non-animal exhibits may be dropped off in the gym today from 2 to 7. Those planning to show livestock should be in place down by the old basketball court at 7:30 tomorrow morning. The Ithaca Volleyball Boosters alumni volleyball game will be held tonight in the community gym at 5. This year's homecoming court features representatives from all high school grades. Senior FFA member Bailey Wanless serves as president of the Ithaca FFA.
The freshmen are Peyton Brown and Autumn McBain. The sophomores are Caden Keller and Brindley Wanless. The juniors are Devin Ime and Brooklyn Dickey. And then the senior guys are Sammy Clary, Wesley Nelson, Wyatt Hilby, and Mac Neef. And then the girls are Holly King, Tristan Peterson, Alyssa Muller, and then me.
The homecoming parade will step off Saturday morning at 10:30. The homecoming football game will kick off at 1:30. Everyone is invited to attend and spend the day. Food and refreshments will be available for purchase throughout the day on the grounds. Cross Currents Heritage Center will host Our Guiding Lights, Camilla, Lottie, and Mary Saturday. The site is that of the first settlement of a European American in Richland County, John Coombe. Ben Moffitt is a descendant of the family.
It's been in the family continuously since 1838, and my grandmother and my mother and others have often had the public come, and my brother and I are now setting up this Cross Currents Heritage Center, and we see it as a gathering place, educational and cultural gathering place. And what does that mean? Well, it means a lot of things to different people, but for us, it means that it's not just going to be educational, scientific, historical, but it's storytelling, food, music, things like that as well, clothing. So it's a broader thing. It can be more entertaining and richer and more pleasurable.
This weekend's program is the second in the new Heritage Center. It pays tribute to the women who preserved the Tippasawkee farm.
It's a tribute in song and family stories to my grandmother, my great aunt, and my mother. And there are lots of fun stories about these old ladies. So it's informative, entertaining, and my wife says it's very funny.
2 shows will be offered at 2 and 4 in the old house. The farm is located at 14640 State Highway 60 near Port Andrew. It is the first farm west of the Blue River Bridge. Retail services at all Wisconsin post offices will be closed Monday in recognition of Columbus Day. There will be no mail delivery, caller service, or post office box service. The post office will be open regularly scheduled hours Saturday.